And then, of course, there's the WarioWare games. You know, the one on the Wii, I'm trying to remember now what the name of it is, but that's the one that I've played the most, and that one was really fun. That was absolutely one of our top, like, multiplayer games. Ooh! Okay, sorry. I think the picture froze. It's not letting me pause either. Okay, sorry, I don't know what happened there. Like, the picture froze. Like, the game was clearly running in the background, and it wasn't because of the cord. I took out the AV cord as well. That's weird. That was weird. We did not have too many Game Boy Color games. We kind of missed the boat on Game Boy Color, and I think it was because we were mostly playing Pokemon. Gen 1 Pokemon. Okay, we didn't get to see this. I was wondering if I would get the, it's Mexican Mario. So I don't know, is that Marco? That... Hey, it won't come off. That cool-looking pendant you are wearing has a terrible curse. You can't take it off until you find the Aztec treasure. I don't know why she sounds like an old narrator, sorry. Greendog, like, listen, a long time ago the Aztecs hid the 6 pieces of sacred treasure somewhere on these islands. Oh my god. This is actually worse. I don't know what was it. But nobody knows exactly where the pieces are. Cool. But why should I care about that? Because, like, you are wearing the Aztec pendant. You can't take the pendant off until you put the treasure back together. But as long as the pendant is around your neck, like, all living creatures will go berserko when you get near them. Still can't read. And until you find all the pieces and put them together to build the lost treasure, you can't surf. Dun dun dun! Ow! But how will I know where to search? I keep changing this guy's voice, I'm sorry about that. Like, look on the back of the pendant! Oh my god. You gotta be like this. A lot of problems with the final level. And the cheat codes are really weird, like, they don't work very well. Oh yeah, I can use my... This is the invincibility item, is the umbrella hat. I love this. Yeah, that's why I hate this level. Man, I had my best run ever on this fucking level, and now I screwed it up. Oh no! Yeah. Another fucking half pipe. Like, this is so 90s. Like, you know, at no other time during human history would you think of having just a random skateboarding level in the middle of a game. Yeah. So let me tell you, I had probably the biggest brain fart I have had in a while. Because I was cooking some pasta, I was cooking some good old-fashioned not curly, but sort of like the, you know, the tubular macaronis. Not the straight tube, just you know, classic macaroni. I was making this dish, there were some other parts, but I needed to make a bunch of macaroni. And as I was pouring the boiled out water, the macaronis had like boiled, as I was pouring the macaroni, I came to the conclusion as I was pouring it with the lid on, like, do I just, you know, like, shouldn't I have something protecting my hands? And then a little bit of the hot water hit my hands, the lid slipped, and almost all of the macaroni, I would say like roughly 2/3, maybe even 3/4 of the macaroni fell into my sink. And yeah, and I had to throw that pasta out, cook up a whole new batch. Well, like, a third of it luckily stayed in the pot, so I didn't lose all of it, but I felt like a real shithead after that. Like, you know, that was oh! Ada ist nicht da. Wo ist Ada?
Now hand it over. Don't make me shoot you.
You can't do
that. You got the rookie's eyes. No, wait. You got the eyes of a rookie. I missed that lineup. Oh yeah, and it wasn't dead.
Ada!
Hey, no, wait!
Bye.
Lebevoll. Okay, I don't know what that means. Actually, I have to look it up. Don't worry, you'll meet up with her in another 2 games. And then another 2 games. And we escaped.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
You know what, I gotta say, maybe...
It's over.
No. I have to find my brother.
You're right. This is just the beginning.
He changed his mind really quickly. Hi, everybody. This is Under the Hunde Mäkinen, and I'm joined again by Aqualung.
Greetings and salutations.
Yes, so it's another Atari with Aqualung episode.
I specifically remember when we bought this game. It was at a Toys R Us. We went out. We buy the game. We bring it home, and my father was a police officer, so like this was kind of like a as a 5-year-old, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get to play as my dad, pretty much. And we get home and we pop the game in, and it was Pitfall.
Oh,
You know the label.
What are these things? They look like radios.
Those are they're radios, yeah.
Okay, so they're just random electric radios just sparking away.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And I don't know how that's not merchandise, you know? This is supposed to be in a shopping center, I think. Specifically, confirm or deny
Whoa.
when it is. Oh, yeah, you gotta duck. And yeah, that's right. You lose a fucking life entirely.
From
if you
the
get hit by
toy
that plane.
planes. Oh, my God.
Yeah, so you go all the way back to the fucking
Oh,
beginning.
my
with that
God.
one. And
Oh,
there's another-
no. Yeah. Oh, my God.
So this is when, yeah, it's...
What is
not
a fucking,
cutting
like a razor blade or something attached to the end of that fucking plane? What the fuck is the point of wearing that goofy helmet if it doesn't even protect your skull?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not cross.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
not-
actually looking at the timer. Like, it's not actually counting in seconds. It seems like 1, 2, 3, almost 3 seconds before it all goes down.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, that's not regular timed intervals. It's
Yeah, it's
It's got its
schmickens.
own
Yeah.
because I'm like, oh shit, you've only got like 30 seconds, but it's like, oh no, you've got more like a minute and a half.
I'm kind of wondering, why is this cop like, picking up all these random stuff? Like, he shouldn't be more concerned
Yeah.
with catching the criminal.
Yeah, I don't, it's like if that is evidence, maybe
yeah.
criminal in question is dropping shit.
Running to the roof. Is there something waiting for him at the end, or does he just jump
Maybe
off?
a helicopter. Maybe he jumps off. Yeah, what a crypt, like a dark ass ending for the. Oh, that's right. Now the ball is at a different pattern.
Yeah, avoiding the cops. Trying to get, waiting for the, the heat to turn off. Wait, what's the expression I'm looking up?
Waiting for not like the opposite of the shit hitting the fan. Like if the fan to be cleaned off the shit cleaned off the fan. I don't know.
The fan to be cleaned off the shit.
Yeah, fan to cleaned off the shit. Yeah.
Such poetry in motion
It was.
there.
That was me. Again, though, why is he picking up? I think that maybe you're just a crooked cop.
Yeah, exactly. I guess it's just for the, the gamer Pavlovian reflex. You gotta have items for the player to pick up. Yeah.
Right. So it's like, okay, he's stealing shit himself. I don't think he's framing this guy, but he's definitely has no business picking up.
He's catching this
Briefcase
guy
is
and framing him for robbery. Like, sorry. We were talking about some other comedian that you brought up. I was brought up on charges. That guy,
Yeah, he was. Yeah, there you
we
go.
were talking about that. That reminded me of the bit in Dave Chappelle used to have about, like, when he talked about, like, police brutality, like, you guys knew that something was going on, right? Like all the crackheads, like how they all had crack sprinkled on them. That's like, then he. Wow. Okay. This was not. What? You die from hitting the stairs.
Yep.
And then
Those are the stairs of
it's
death.
playing the Smurf theme.
That's the stairway to hell.
Well, la la di da di da. Now I'm fucking dead. What?
Yeah,
What?
you gotta jump down. You're too high up. There you go.
I'm too high up, so I gotta jump. That makes no fucking
Yes,
sense to me.
it makes no sense at all.
This is giving me flashbacks to 2 games right now. It's giving me flashbacks to fucking Dragon's Lair, the NES game, and also the Game Boy Color Lara Croft Tomb Raider game. But yeah, it's really like this random ass, just generic Smurf. In fact, I think that might be his name. But you know, all the Smurfs. You know, brainy, brawny, generic. Papa. Now it's Congo Bongo, and as you can probably tell, this is a Donkey Kong clone.
Is it? You know, I don't see many similarities.
Okay, but basically that it's a kind of game. It's a Donkey Kong clone that where the object is to just get to the top of the level where there's a gorilla throwing shit at you. Oh well, not shit, but I mean, I mean stuff.
Well, maybe on the screen.
Yeah.
That takes some adjustments, I guess.
Yeah. There's actually because I think these monkeys are actually here to make it harder for me to jump.
Yeah, you gotta get the monkey off your back.
Literally. Wait, because it kind of looks like mouths. But I think those are the tails. Okay, yes! Nice!
Alright, we're on to another screen.
And this is a cutscene. This is a cutscene. They had these in the game.
Alright.
There are these kind of mid cutscenes. Oh, wow.
Holy shit.
He burned the monkey.
That is...
Find interesting is that this is, that the setting is entirely based on Greek mythology. So I have a couple of things that kind of stood out for me in the review as well. Is like the fact that you called the protagonist some dude called Jason. So I assume that you're not.
Yeah, because the manual did not give much information on it. It's just you're Jason.
The trick with this is that it's kind of like Space Invaders, except not. You're kind of trying to, because you have to kill the enemies using this little thing that you throw, and you have to drop the tiles from the top. Do you know? So are you at least familiar with the term Jason and the Argonauts?
Yeah.
Yes.
I would not be able to give you a rundown.
Yeah. So the Argo is a ship. It's a boat, and it was a. So the Argo was a boat of heroes who went to the siege in Troy and fought in the war against the Trojans. So, and Jason was one of those guys. So
he was one of those dudes.
Yeah, one of the other dudes you might have heard of him. He's called Heracles or Hercules. Yeah, to be fair, this is very loosely. So this is supposed to be based on the myth of the Golden Fleece. Which is the other thing. Do you remember what you called the temple? The temple that you're.
What I referred to it as?
In the review, yeah, you said the temple of Aphrodite. but which also well, I don't know. Do you know the goddess of love in Greek mythology?
No.
That's Aphrodite. So
Aphrodite, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the other thing that kind of caught me off guard a little bit. So because you referred to it as the name of the temple, and I guess I understand where it comes from. Like if it was worded that way in the manual, as the temple of Aphrodite, but it's not. It's the name of the goddess and not the temple. So that's the thing. Yeah, but yeah, that's another loose, because I'm not sure. Like this game, this isn't one of those games that doesn't have an ending, does it? It just keeps going on forever.
As far as I know, yeah, any of it coming.
Yeah, these harpies, these harpies really crack me up, cause they just look something about the color scheme that makes them look really goofy to me. They're reminding me of some other character. So I'm trying to remember which stories harpies were from, because I was thinking about Odysseus, but no, Odysseus had to deal with the sirens. So the sirens were the not cannibalistic, because they were not, but the man-eating mermaids in the story of Odysseus. And God, so then there's the weird chapter in the middle where they pass the rocks with the sirens, And the thing with the sirens is that they sing this song that causes men to go crazy, and then direct their boats to the rocks where they'll get eaten by the sirens. Then, so so Odysseus, first of all, he tells his guys, put some wax in your ear so you won't hear the singing. But then he has himself be tied to the mast because he wants to hear the siren song. And it proves to be exactly as effective. He starts screaming at his guys, but luckily the guys can't hear it, so they make it through. But I always wonder, that is, super risky. Why the hell would you subject yourself to that when you know that you're...
Well, was it just a curiosity to hear the damn thing?
I have to, because he had no benefit for doing that. And it's why the fuck would you do that? If by some chance he'd broken free of the fucking... of being tied to that fucking mast, and then he would just plunge into the sea, and that would have been the end of the story. Obviously he doesn't fall, because that's kind of like Odysseus's, key characteristic, that is actually, very intelligent and crafty. But, it's still, it seems like such a needless risk, and, But yeah, there's other weird parts of that story. Konami did end up having some really popular arcades later on, but those involved some turtles, and not not frogs.
There's we got reptiles, amphibians. What's the difference?
Yeah. Well, the difference is waterproof skin and a full set of lungs. That's a funny question to ask of a biology teacher. Oh god! Yeah. Oh no! I saw the blue lily pad.
Yeah, you can't ask a sarcastic question and get a sarcastic answer.
Ask a smart-ass question, get a smart-ass answer. Hey.
Your sword right there.
It's a sword. Okay.
Yep.
Oh wait, I should be carrying it this way then.
Well, I mean, however, yeah, I guess it's
I'm assuming the long part. I'm assuming the long part is the blade, so that's why.
Well, no matter what it is,
someone get this freaking duck away from me.
You got the duck. You would need another castle. Yeah. A black castle.
Oh, yeah. Huh. A black key for a black castle. That's racist. There we go. Yeah, this is... Oh, okay. Another dead end. Okay.
Nope. That's you. That was not a dead end. Because there was a bridge. Because there was a bridge there.
There was? Okay. Oh, okay. So these are like rivers. Oh, I didn't mean.
You can pick. Yeah, that's what I mean by the you can pick up that bridge or you better put that bridge back over there.
She's still after me. Oh, okay. Okay. Is there a White Castle?
There is a White Castle.
Yeah, not a Burger King. Yeah.
Though now the thing is, there are different levels. I think the red duck or dragon is the biggest pain in the ass.
Okay, this flashing is not. Yeah, that flashing was quite intense.
Too many pixels on the screen.
Yeah, the object limit. Right, yeah, on the this takes me way back the way I came. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Fuck. But I still haven't. God.
Well, I think you want that bridge. I feel like you want that bridge, but it's also going to be difficult to figure out where you want to place it
especially because where
you can't really see where the hell you are. All right, now you're on the other side.
No.
Oh,
that's not what I wanted. Okay,
you're back out in the main entrance here, but all your items are in here.
Yeah.
If you the bridge, which I think you're gonna need in the dark cave, and the
oh god.
And the castle, yeah. I keep thinking of White Castle exactly. Every time.
I think there was a joke about White Castle in bringing it back to No Escape a little bit. In Futurama, in the episode where they went into the fantasy kingdom, and there was a joke up there. We mentioned centaurs in the other episode that Lilo turned into a centaur, and she said, and the thing that she said was like, "Oh my God, I'm half horse and half naked." Yeah, so the song just went, "Eat the wizard, eat the slut, eat the robot shiny butt." I'm thinking now that we haven't been fucking around this, the dark maze that much, so I'm kind of hoping that he'll just show up. Oh, there he is! There he is!
There he is,
But I
that
can't get to him.
motherfucker.
Oh! I got him. Okay.
You got him and the key.
Yeah. So, should I just take him to the White Castle?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think you should.
Yeah, alright. It's over on the left.
Oh god, you're like in this Never Never Land. Like if you let him go, he's gonna freaking grab the key, isn't he?
Yeah.
Damn it!
Oh, but yeah.
Like, the magnet saved your ass.
Yes, nice. Oh, God.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
So I tried to say, like, the other ultimate nostalgia factor for me is, like, the Weezer music video. What's with these homies dissing my girl? Why do they got a front? What did we ever do to these guys that made them so violent? Ooh, ooh, but you know I'm yours. Ooh, ooh, and I know you're mine. Ooh, and that's for all time. And that's the only goddamn song I know from that band, and it's only because it was on the Windows 95 demo disc. I recorded one of the episodes like very close to when Eurovision had happened last year. And last year there was a bit of controversy regarding the winner. So I wasn't talking about it though because, well, frankly, because, well, the controversy made sense to me, but you know, I wasn't really in the mood to discuss it because the thing, like I wasn't that butthurt about it, but, you know, you might be wondering to yourself, like, you know, shouldn't I be, because, you know, Finland was robbed of the victory last year by the jury votes. So if you don't know what Eurovision is, you know, Eurovision, of course, is this quote-unquote song competition that's held every year. Really, it's kind of like it's like a promotion for possibly up-and-coming artists. And you know, ABBA won it back in the 70s, but these days it's mostly like just an excuse to just have a fun party. So, you know, there's a lot of silly songs that get released every year based off it, and you know, not a lot of it is good, but you know, but you know, these days I'm more of the inclination that as long as everybody has fun and it's, you know, and there are fun songs to listen to. That's why I like it. It's a bit of a family tradition to watch it with our mom. And yeah, so there was a time in the past when I was kind of more seriously into Eurovision. I would say, in hindsight, I think almost like, you know, cringeworthily too serious. So Eurovision, so it's a live television event, and then people get to, you know, televote on it who they think was the best song or performance, and, you know, they win, and then the country that they represent gets to host the competition next year, unless they are not able to for financial reasons, or when Ukraine won because of the war. So, you know, so the UK hosted that time. You know, some years ago, I forget already when, they introduced, apart from the televoting, they introduced professional juries. And this is something that I will admit that I've had a complete turnaround, you know, reversal since then. Because there used to be this thing people talked about was block voting, that countries would vote for their neighbors and things, and people perceive that as being unfair, and I will, you know, admit that to me that seemed a bit unfair as well. I wasn't like into, you know, some people kind of, you know, even I think went a little overboard with that, like saying like it was like part of this big conspiracy, that it was basically like an artificial way of ensuring that you know, certain countries would always win. That it was always like some country's turn to win Eurovision or something, which, you know, that went a bit overboard for me. But yeah, block voting definitely is a real thing. So to combat block voting, they introduced international juries, which were like supposed to be like professionals voting for, you know, the song as well. So it would be 50-50, the televote and the audience vote. And I was kind of, when it was first talked about and mentioned and then implemented, I was, you know, at first in favor of that on some philosophical level, because I thought to myself, okay, well now okay, that's a good idea, because then the guys complaining about block voting, don't have a leg to stand on. But the jury votes have definitely turned into that thing that started with good intentions and has kind of just completely flipped around into something that now kind of defeats the purpose of the whole competition. Like, almost every single year that the jury vote, since the jury vote was introduced, the jury vote has severely swayed the competition. The end result has caused people, basically nobody's happy. So this year it was just really hard, because this year Eurovision had this very unhealthy, just really awkward mood. Like, it was really tense, and the tension was caused by Israel being in the competition while there's a war going on between Israel and Gaza right now. And Palestine right now. It kind of soured the whole thing a little bit, even though I felt that the songs this year were really good. In fact, there were quite a few this year that got stuck in my head and I've been listening to since the competition ended. Because last couple of years, even the post-COVID competitions, typically I haven't really stopped to listen to the songs that much anymore. But yeah, so Croatia was one of my favorites, actually, and Croatia, despite the jury swaying the competition, the results, still had their best results ever. So good for them. My absolute favorite was actually Norway. It's really because they went fucking hard. I love that song, by the way. But I did, some of the silly ones that I did like were also Estonia and Austria and Armenia. The Armenian one especially. That is the kind of shit that I used to love watching Eurovision for. During that winter break, we got into a bit of a rabbit hole looking for some old cartoon series that I had not watched for years. So I was thinking about old. Oh my god, it's this one. I hate this one. When we got Cartoon Network in the mid-90s, there were not a lot of original shows on Cartoon Network. There was What a Cartoon, and that was it. And What a Cartoon or World Premiere Cartoons. That's where we got the beginnings of stuff like Dexter's Laboratory, Powerpuff Girls. Oh my god, Johnny Bravo. Those kinds of shows. So, but in the very, very start, when Cartoon Network's, in those early days, it was mostly old cartoons. Mostly a lot of Hanna-Barbera stuff. And then, some stuff from the Turner Broadcasting Company, like Captain Planet and stuff like that. But, and then some Ruby Spears stuff. But then there were also these really weird European cartoons that they showed. And there was one that I've been trying to nail down for years because I remember watching it a lot. And, to be precise, I don't think I loved this show, but it was so weird and it's kind of been stuck in my head for a while. It's called, and I finally found out that the official name of the show is Omer and the Star Child. And it's a fucking French cartoon about an earthworm and an owl and this dude who's the Star Child looking for these wizards and trying to save the world from an evil guy. Because the Star Child's girlfriend was a mermaid who didn't wear a top, but she always had hair, luckily, covering everything up. Again, English is not my first language, but I think I was already discernibly could point out that the voice acting in that cartoon was kind of weird and unnatural. And then the reason for that was obviously because the show was originally in French. And oh my god, yeah, this is what I was talking about. This jump, I can't ever get this jump right though on my first try. Another one is Spartacus and the Sun Beneath the Sea. And I have even vaguer memories of that one. Like really, like absolutely no memories, really. It's another Spanish cartoon. It was called The Fruities. And Fruities is... I might go on record stating that might be objectively one of the worst cartoons I've ever watched. Because it was one of those shows... The thing that, you know, is that it was clearly like computer animated. But in like the most cheapo-ass way possible, they reused animation constantly from episode to episode, like way more than on He-Man, which like that's saying a lot. But also, it also had just a horrendous English dub. But actually, I had to just recently watch a few, you know, a little bit of the. I did not watch a full episode because the thing is, like, yes, the dub was bad, but actually, like, that cartoon's direction is also just completely, like, there's this weird vibe to it. It does not feel like a complete, like, there's any rhyme or reason why things happen in that cartoon. The Fruities. Like, I think one good, you know, like, what I was trying to say at the end of the previous episode is that the Fruities... There's like no transition. There seems to be no like natural transition from scene to scene. It is quite possibly one of the most ineptly put together cartoons I've ever watched. Okay, so the voice actors, I have to give a little bit of credit. They actually did like attempt to make you know, I have all the one that cracks me up the most is a Rolly. Rolly is the pineapple, and like, though every time he opens his mouth in that cartoon, I'm like, seriously, that's the voice you chose for this character. It is some clusterfuck of a cartoon. And it always really bothered me that there was, well, going back to another topic, like there's a scantily clad little girl who's one of the main characters as well. Legitimately, one of my least favorite things about it is the fucking theme song, because it's pretty obvious to me, like, the lady that sings it, you know, she sings it well, but the lyrics, it's like so obvious that it's been translated from, like, the Spanish. And it was also the kind of show that they would, like, literally just kill airtime by having, like, a musical montage moment. But yeah, if you just go look at the intro to the Fruities, like, you know, it is ungodly. Yeah, so the random episode I rewatched was the fact that it had the ape scientist. I don't remember what he's called. But for the first half of the episode, he wears a face mask to hide his identity, which I thought was, you're a goddamn monkey on an island full of sentient fruits and vegetables. You know, what is the point of this? Everybody, you know, it is... And of course, like, the thing is, like, he kidnaps the little girl, and, you know, I think he actually uses chloroform, which made it even more disturbing to me. Like, oh my god, this show is just fucking buck wild, isn't it? Like, I think I like this better than the one from Mario 3, even though Mario 3 is my favorite game. I mean, the favorite of these 2D ones. So, Takashi Tezuka. I wonder what else he's directed. What was the name? Hidekui Kano. Whoa, interesting name. Mario and System Programmer. Yeah. Great. Love these. Kazuaki Morita. I don't really recognize too many of these guys. I'm gonna notice Koji Kondo's credit when it comes up. Professor Takahata. No one else is hot. That just reminded me of Negama. I love that. And there he is, Koji Kondo. Sound composer. Should have just put composer. Dave Brooks? Yeah, and Shigeru Miyamoto was just the producer on this one, so. Hiroshi Yamauchi, yeah, old man Yamauchi. Love seeing his credit there. The guy who made Nintendo. But this was still a long way before Satoru Iwata would be president, obviously. This time, I don't think he was even working at Nintendo yet. I think he was still at HAL. Yeah. I do love this. This is a cute little thing. Get back to the Yoshi house. Look, it's all, like, decorated and stuff. These eggs are a bit of an enigma to me. Like, are they, like, sentient and moving along? Because they clearly were, like, waiting around for them, you know, while Mario was doing his thing. Alright, but it's not over yet. It's time for the, enemy roll call. Parabombs, Paragoombas, Fishing Lakitos, Wiggler, Bob-omb, Spiny. Classic enemies all around. I love these guys. Amazing Flying Hammer Brothers. I always loved that. Charge and Chuck, so that's the name of those. So they're Chucks. Okay. And the Sumo Brothers, I didn't think about them, but... Okay, that is Monty Mole. Nice. Pokey. Pokey from Mario 2 also. Banzai Bill. I think, honestly, what is it? It's in the Japanese name for the Bullet Bill, I think is literally just Killer. So yeah. Dino Rhino and Dino Torch. The Koopas. Yeah. I haven't mentioned it, but I do love the fact that the Koopas are all different colors in this. It's a nice little detail. Spike Top. So it's not a Spiny. So it's kind of like a weird, like, halfway house between a Buzzy Beetle and a Spine. The Blurps. Borcube Puffer. Urchin. Torpedo Ted. We haven't seen them because I think they're only in some of the secret levels. Boo Buddies. Fishing Boo. The Eries. Wow, I haven't never thought about it, but yeah. And then the Big Boo, obviously. Dry Bones, Little Sparky, Bony Beetle. Bony Beetle's pretty cute, though. Thwomp and Thwimp. Oh, God, I didn't know that he was called Thwimp. I love that. We haven't seen Fishbones, either, because I think they're also in the... And they also named all these animatronic... I mean, non-human enemies. We faced the Reznor ones, I think. Oh, wait, did we? Did we do a mini-fortress? Oh, there's the Mecha Koopas. And here we have all the Koopalings as well. Nice. Alright, so thank you for watching. I've been Hunter the Haunted Mackin, and see you on the next one. Bye-bye.